The sun rises. It is generally a fog that threatens to engulf everything. Trembling with the cold, people come out of their houses. Men come out with their animals on the roads. The roads at this point are full of cows, camels, and goats. Women, they lower the wheel on their face and scramble to clean their houses or maybe prepare tea for their family. Daughters may go to school or might just stay back. Sons, once old enough, choose their path on their will. Welcome to Kankarwala, where people live happily. We arrived in Kankarwala on the night of 27th December 2021. It was of course dark. The Panchayat office, where our living arrangements were made, was surrounded by a campus of sand. The Panchayat building seemed fresh and solid. It was painted beautifully from the inside. The campus also included an Anganwadi center, which was not working at the moment, a veterinary hospital, which did not have a doctor, and a few other rooms used in different capacities. In the darkness that surrounded the Panchayat, we could not see any other structure. Far away, jackals shouted into the night. We spent our first day on a transit walk across the village. The village was broadly divided into two parts. The richer, politically powerful households were concentrated around the public buildings like the Panchayat office, the school, the waterworks, and the market. On the other side of the village, near the dunes, were the houses of the scheduled caste communities, particularly the Meghwals and the Sansi. On visiting their houses, we found a starkly different standard of living. Mr. Jitaram Meghwal was over 70 years of age and did not have a functional bathroom, an electricity or LPG connection, or a pakka house. His house did not have a water connection either. It was surprising because as much as 80% of the village had all these facilities. Only a few communities had been left behind.
पंछी के छोरे के कच्चा मकाम अजय तक 4 साल हो गया कि अभी कराऊं वो अजय तक मकाम नहीं आया कच्चा में बैठे है बिल्कुल एक टैंकर दो टैंकर नका 5-4 दिन हो जावे 5-7 दिन हुए और फिर डट जावे फिर और मंगा लो.
During the map making exercise, we could attract a large number of villagers.
खेती कहाँ पे हो रही है, लोगों के पास में कितनी जमीन है. तो अभी जो हम शुरू करेंगे, हम यहाँ से इस गांव का नक्शा कि किस तरह के घर हैं, वहाँ पे पानी का कोई सोर्स है या नहीं है, वहाँ पे कौन सी जाति के लोग रहते हैं, किस तरीके से किसके पास पशु हैं, किसके पास पशु नहीं है, कहाँ पर स्कूल है, कहाँ पे हॉस्पिटल है, ये सारी चीज़ें हम समझेंगे. ठीक है, स्कूल है. हाँ जी, ये गवर्नमेंट स्कूल. पंचायत उधर से जाएगा ना. यहाँ पर वाटर बॉक्स है. यहाँ पर वाटर बॉक्स. ये मदद कर देगा. ठीक है. हाँ जी, आप इन घुमा के. हाँ तो रहो. ये सीसी रोड है. आज मंदिर की टॉपिक कर देगा. टॉपिक कर देगा. बस. वो पंचायत. ये पंचायत.
There were multiple observations like this one. A large part of the village was in ruins. People had permanently left their homes for their farmhouses, also called the dhandis. We saw bounteous harvests of wheat and of mustard, where we could not resist ourselves from a DDLJ style photoshoot. People live far away from the village center, creating issues of accessibility to medical and educational facilities. During the preference ranking discussions, our understanding of the village issues was greatly increased. For everyone in general, the greatest problem in the village was that of water supply. Kankarwala is supplied by the Indira Gandhi Canal, but the villagers feared that the water is soon going to dry up.
वहाँ से पानी आता है. वहाँ से नहर निकलती है ना, वहाँ यहाँ पानी आता है ना, वो माटी आती है पीछे से माटी से भर जाता है. एक बार समस्या लिख के भेजे सरकार. वो कम से कम 50 फुट पर भरा हुआ है.
During our stay in Kankarwala, the johards had almost dried up. Camel water carriers were being used to deliver water. Village ponds, on the other hand, were badly polluted. Preference ranking also showed that women had different concerns, and health and livelihood stood out among them.
आंगनबाड़ी किसको लगता है?
होनी चाहिए अपने गांव में, खेतों में नहीं, ढाणियों में भी होनी चाहिए.
Women in Kankarwala wore veils covering their face and neck. However, they were not afraid to speak out. We saw active female participation during our cause and effect chain analysis, where we shared with them the story of Janki, a fictional child bride who died because of the society and the system.
कि शायद वो नहीं हुआ होता तो जानकी बच जाती. खाने पीने का कम उम्र में शादी. अब कोई एक बच्चा आकर के ड्रॉ करेगा इसमें थोड़ा सा. हमें ड्रॉ कर दो. ये बच्चे कर देंगे. इसमें ना चेन बनानी है, उसको बता. और कारण बताइए, तीसरा कारण क्या हो सकता था? तीसरा उसका खान-पान पे ध्यान नहीं है. सारे सकरे को नहीं सकरे को नहीं. ये भी लड़की बड़ी पिछली बार एक लड़की को तो मैं क्यों मैं जान के लड़की को बच गई वापस बेटे. आपके साथ भी ऐसा हुआ? हाँ. अस्पताल वगैरह नहीं था यहाँ पे, इसलिए यहाँ पे नहीं था अस्पताल वाला. यार इधर
सरकारी संस्थान आएगी.
सरकारी संस्थान
ये लाल बड़ा बना थोड़ा लाल. हाँ.
अगर अस्पताल होता तो नॉर्मल डिलीवरी हो जाती. नॉर्मल है, बीकानेर नॉर्मल है, और बच्चा बच जाता. सरकार गांव में हॉस्पिटल बना सकती थी.
सही बात है.
वैसे प्रेगनेंसी को डॉक्टर वगैरह भी रह सकते थे. एक वाली ये वाली चेन को काट दो, लास्ट वाली को ना.
The high point of our village visit was when the schools opened. The senior secondary school in our village had a strength of over 750 students, but only 5 teachers were present on the day of our visit. On the initiative of our teammate Sarthak, we conducted a learning outcomes assessment based on ASER criteria.
आप अपनी मर्जी से कोई भी कुछ भी पढ़ के बता दो जो आपको मन कर रहा है.
फैन पंखा.
अच्छा, और
SUN सन सूर्य.
अच्छा,
On the basis of the results, we also interacted with the local administration and the NGO Pratham on the avenues of change.
नहीं आता.
On the same day, a bridge building exercise was conducted with the schoolgirls by Aparna and Kajal, focusing on the question of gender.
सब लोग हाथ खड़ा करो. सब लोग जो इधर आना चाहता है, सब लोग हाथ खड़ा करो. जिसको भी इधर आना है, जिसका मन है इधर आने का. बताओ क्या क्या एक एक बताएंगे. सब पढ़ाई करनी होगी. चलो पढ़ाई हो गया. और मेहनत, आत्मविश्वास, और कोई रखो नीचे. एक एक जो बोलता जाएगा एक एक रखते जाएंगे.
We also screened the movie Nil Bate Sannata for the students the next day and had an exhilarating discussion with them on their career prospects. Outside the school, we also met Dhapu, whose name literally means enough. Her parents had 2 daughters. They had enough.
स्कूल जाते हो, आपको अच्छा लगता है पढ़ना? बहुत मजा आता है. आप स्कूल नहीं जाते हो? हाँ जी.
मेरे भाई नहीं है नी.
हाँ जी.
आप मेरे चाय क्या?
हाँ आपके घर चाय.
मम्मी गोल दूध देनी पड़ती है. घर का काम भी
क्या देनी पड़ती है?
गोली देनी पड़ती.
मम्मी को गोली देनी पड़ती है. किस चीज के लिए?
मेरा भाई नहीं हो रहा नहीं.
तो भाई नहीं हो रहा है तो उसके लिए क्या गोली देते हो आप?
गोली डॉक्टर के पास लेकर आते हैं बीकानेर.
कितने भाई बहन हो आप अभी? कितनी बहनें हो?
2 बहन.
ये खेतों में भी जाते हो आप काम करने? क्या क्या वहाँ पे काम करते हो?
गुआर मोटे सब उपाड़ना, नौल काटना.
We also met the nomadic Jogi community outside the village, on the sands of a desert. We had multiple learnings and life-changing experiences throughout this journey. Time had frozen in the sands of Kankarwala, but these sands were agile, they were hopeful, and they were ready for a change.